Sitting by the fireplace, hoping that we could get this log to light. I had it lit earlier and it went out, so we're at it again. It's crazy how long it be taking wood to light. Like having a fireplace, you find out so many different things because you could light this and it'll burn against the wood, but then that's just it. It'll go out. The wood's not moist. Fireplace got cleaned out. There's some ashes in there now, but that's from earlier. But it looks like the wood is finally lit and we are about to be rolling. I got these little they call them little tumbleweeds. So you light it and you just put it next to the log. But anyway, y'all, I got one here just to talk because we're all snowed in. And where we gonna go? Like I went out there so earlier, it was so icy out there and cold. All I keep thinking about is the animals and the homeless people. Like, what are they gonna do? Where are they at? There's this one cat in my neighborhood. I be feeding her and stuff. And I swear this cat has been around for a couple years. And once a year, we get freezing weather. And I'm like, how is she making it? Is she somebody's cat or what? It's crazy. Every time I think about her, she pop out on me. But this time, I haven't seen her. And I'm like, where's my girl at? Is she okay? Come on, fire, start. So y'all see how like on the left side is like a ball, cause that one's like a little bomb. You light it, lights up everything around it. Then the other one on the right, it's like a small little tumbleweed, which is just like some type of stuff that looks like hay rolled up. So it looks like we rolling with the fireplace. I remember asking God for a fireplace years ago. And right now is the time to light it because it is freezing outside. How are we all getting this cold weather, cold storm at the same time? Like, are we paying attention to the world and like what is going on for real? Are we like changing our heart postures? Are we considering our actions? Yes, it's freezing here too. Thank you. It is cozy in here. I'm hoping this fire, this log stay lit. But but yeah, it's like so much is going on in the world. Like stuff just seems like definitely you are so right. Stuff just seems so I don't know, it just seemed weird. Like and to me it's like spiritual. Like what's really going on? Like are we paying attention? Are we really watching ourselves and our actions and who we're hanging with? You're right. Nothing in the world really matters. It belongs to the devil. You are so right. But it's like, are we paying attention to what we're doing and where we're going and who we're talking to and when we're talking, what are we talking about? I feel like God is trying to get our attention because evil is lurking. Like it's lurking. And it's happening people that we least suspect, and to the ones who really have their heart posture upright towards God. Like He wants us to pay attention and really watch and listen to people as they speak and how they're treating us. Trauma is really taking a toll on some people, and the enemy is like using them. They don't want to put the work in to heal, so they take the easy route, and the easy route is just being evil and being sneaky and looking to hurt people. So I feel like we have to really pay attention and not be like scared, like, oh, the world's ended. I'm so scared. No, not that. Like, basically, just surrendering yourself to God so you can get the blueprint on what's really going on, because stuff is spiritual. Some stuff you're not going to be able to see it. And if you're not in alignment, you'll miss it. Like, I always think about, right? Me too. I always think about this one verse because it's so important. It's like, what did it say? Be as innocent as a dove, but as shrewd as a snake. Like, what? What? Think about that. Like, innocent as a dove, but as shrewd as a snake. Like, think about a snake, right? How they move, how they lay low, like how when they go to pounce, they're kind of sure that they're going to get what they're pouncing on. Excuse me, but oh, yeah, definitely look it up. And the innocent part is because your heart posture and your good character, you're gonna have people like looking at you. Some people's gonna look for ways to hang you, and you don't want to give them a reason to. So God's like, I'm gonna protect you, and I'm gonna let you know what's going on. But in the midst of it all, keep your hands clean, because they're gonna try to hang you. But know what's going on too, because if you're somewhere you don't know what's going on, you're in danger. So I keep thinking about that verse. Be as innocent as a dove, but as shrewd as a snake. And God was like, if you're one without the other, you're in danger. So it's both. Because like I said, there's like a it's like a spiritual thing going on where we can't really see it. Like we could fit I know everybody feels like things are different, like times are changing. Times are changing. I know everybody feels it. I know everybody is thinking about it like I don't know, stuff just don't feel the same. And it's not like sadness or misery. It's just what it is. Like stuff is not the same, right? So that should put you in a mindset of like, okay, what's really going on? And people think of, oh, the president, oh, the government, this, that, right? Yeah, they are being used as well, but it comes down. Yeah, a lot of people can feel something wrong, but not sure what it is exactly. And that's why you gotta have that connection with God, because you get the plays. It's kind of like the coach. Like if you're on a football team, you're never going to practice. You're never spending no time with the coach. You're not, so you don't know any plays. You go out on the field and you're just running around. You don't know what's going on. You don't know what plays they're making. So it's the same thing with your relationship with God. Like you gotta stay connected to Him so you can know the plays. Literally, because people are full of evil, and you have to learn how to strategize and know what is going on. See, that's what I was talking about earlier. You see how that part went out? Like it's like still lit in there. Like if I zoom in, it's still like a fire on that right side, but I don't know why I keep doing that. And I know this wood is not wet. Like it's not wet. Yeah, I've been struggling with that, finding my purpose and what I'm supposed to do. I prayed about it in the verse, seek first the kingdom of God. Right. Well, you got to think about what comes after that verse. It says, seek first the kingdom of heaven, and everything else will be added unto you. So that's where the world goes wrong. People are running all over the place to get everything else and leaving God out, and then they're exhausted. They're beat. They're worn out, and they're feeling like life is taking a toll on them, and it's because you're doing things out of order, like baking a cake. You can't put the mix in the oven and then take it out, try to add the eggs and everything, and you're like, nothing happened. What's going on? It don't matter what intentions you got. If you got good intentions, oh, I got good intentions to bake the cake. Regardless of anything, you're still out of order. So it's not going to go, right? I prayed hard one day about it. The first thing I saw when I got home was a sermon. I chased some money. Like, yep. I be listening to Philip Anthony Mitchell. He's pretty dope, and his wordplay is crazy. I'm thinking about it. I've been so broke my whole life. God has been the only has ever been there for me. I love Jesus. Me too, for real. Me too. But dang, why do it seem like this is trying to go out? No. See, I still see fire over there, but I'm have to get one of these little things again. So I'm gonna use this one this time. I forgot. He definitely is on fire for God. And he's not into that he's not into telling people what they want to hear. That's why I like Philip. Cause one thing about a man, God gave y'all power to change the world. And you gotta be able to stand in it. I don't care what women try to tell you or where they try to put you at. Like, and I'm a woman myself, but I don't care. That's what females. Some deal with me, some can't. Cause I'm just gonna keep it real. But God gave you the authority. If you're a man, God gave you authority in the world to make it a better place. So you gotta really know who you are when it comes to really being like a man. You gotta know who you are, cause the world will try to make you soft and make you curl up and be passive. Like, no, no, no. Can't be with none of that. Oh, okay. But yeah, he Pastor Philip is that dude. I feel like a lot of men. Yeah, it's not even really about like confrontation, because sometimes you're not gonna. Some people are not gonna fight you. They're just gonna go with what you're saying because you're so stern and you're so strong in what you believe. And then some people will fight you, but then you got to think about what the word says. The word says, "Wipe the dust off your feet." If they don't receive you, keep it moving. It is what it is. And sometimes you don't know who rock with you anyway until you start telling people no, or start, you know, correcting them or saying things about, their character. I first came to Jesus. I was a young girl. My parents, really my mom, my parents are still married right now, but my mom, like, she was so heavy in reading her word, and like probably every Sunday we would, go to church and clean the house, listen to gospel talk. So I would say my mom first, and then I went my own way, and then I circle back around. But like, even going my own way, God was just always in my heart. I was mad at God probably two times in my life, and I told him. There was no hiding. But I feel like me having those experiences can help me relate to people more, because when you speak to a lot of people, they're mad at God, or they're mad at the people who represent God, like the church. So that time I'm able to I'm able to use it when I talk to people, because if you never experience something and somebody's telling you something, it's like you could give them all the advice you want to give them, but if you never went through it, it's the empathy is not going to be there. And she's a believer. You understand that? Yep, my mom's a firm believer in Jesus Christ. My dad too. Like I said, my parents are still married, so the foundation is there. As I got older, I realized how lucky I and blessed I am. God was calling me to speak to the broken because I have been my whole life. Exactly. And you have to overcome. And by overcoming, you're going to help other people. And then you're going to also lean on God, because that's what you're going to have to do to overcome trauma and pain. You have to lean on God. There's no way you could do it by yourself. If you try, you'll be just getting drunk, having sex, self-inflicting, hurting yourself, telling yourself a whole bunch of negative stuff, fighting people, fighting yourself. You'll do a whole bunch of stuff that is like conducive to what you're really trying to do. So the best thing to do is just go to God, cry out, tell him how you feel, even though he already knows, but it's something about saying it, right? So tell him how you feel. If you're mad, tell him you're mad. If you're sad, tell him you're sad. Cry out, like I said. Don't try to be hard. Don't try to be numb. Just break down. And not saying, oh, be depressed. I'm saying, no, no, get it over with. Like, get it done. Because the longer you take, the more you put yourself at risk for the enemy to use you. Whether he use you to hurt people or he use you to hurt yourself. And that comes from your thoughts, your ways, right? So yeah. Now I'm just healing from stuff I repressed with. Right, it's time to get it dealt with. That's just what it comes down to. It's time to get it dealt with. I really feel like that's what's going on in the world. Like, it's so many things that's happening, but it's all spiritual, but it's like different categories of the spiritual things. Like, okay, if you got something you've been holding on to, it's time to put that work in. If you say you walking with God, spend more time with him so you can get the plays on what's going on in life. If you say, you forgive people, okay, show me you do. You say you love God, show me you do. Like, don't just say it. What's your actions? Like, right now is the time for like preparedness. We keep running up against situations where everybody got to scatter and like prepare. To me, I'm looking at it deeper than anything. I'm like, what is God saying? Like, are we not prepared here? Like, he said, if I come right now, are y'all gonna be ready? No. If I come look at you right now, your life gonna reflect being ready. So God already broke me over that. I am just ain't easy. It won't happen overnight. Definitely won't. And I'm saying it like it's easy and I'm saying like it's easy and like it can happen overnight. But with the power of God, that's just the reason why I'm saying it the way I am. Just because I know how powerful God really is. So when it's all said and done, it's gonna seem like it's overnight. Because I remember thinking like 3 months ago, like, dang, I can't believe God pulled me through certain stuff. I didn't even realize he knocked certain ways off of me. Like, I didn't even realize it. I didn't even like I really didn't realize it. Until I was just chilling one day and I started thinking about maybe the past or something. And I rarely do that because I don't want to replay the past. Like, yeah, I had fun. Yeah, some stuff hurt, but I don't want to replay it for what, right? I'm not there. I'm not living there. I'm thinking about what's now, what's happening now, and what God's going to do and what He's doing, right? So I just thought about it like God stripped so much stuff off of me. I didn't even realize, like, all the way down to like anger and stuff. Like, just stripped it. Alcohol stripped it. I can't even stand the taste of it. But it wasn't like, and I don't want to seem wrong for saying this, but it wasn't like intentionally like, yeah, I'm going to stop drinking for God. I'm just being real with you. It just, the taste just got wiped out of my mouth. That's literally how it happened. Like, I know he exists. I think I'm just struggling with a lot of guilt and shame and regret for my wasted life. I know it's not really wasted because it brought me to him. Yeah, that's not from God. That's from the devil. That's from the enemy. So one thing that I do, and I'm just going to share it with you. Um, Whenever certain thoughts come to my head, if they try to, or if they have in the past, I always tell myself like, that's not what God said. Period. That's why it's important to read the word, because you got to think the enemy is coming to erase what God said. It's kind of like a child with their parent and then a predator. You tell your child, don't talk to strangers. You tell your child, look both ways when they cross the street, da da da, whoop de whoop, right? When your child leaves you, the predator is a predator. They're going to do what they do. They're going to try to erase what you told your kid out of their head. You hear me? I know I'm trying to get it lit, but that's funny as heck. Don't come in here disturbing my message. Look, stop it. Don't do that. Don't do me like that. I swear I had the one side lit and then it went out. And then I lit this other side. That's so funny. Hold on. Now you about to make me really get it. I was so busy talking that I just like gave up on getting this thing to get rolling. I had it rolling earlier. That's funny. Somebody's got to come in and be silly, but it's cool because I'm funny too. So I'm not even mad at you. That's funny as heck. That's not fair. Just childish. Let me get one of these little things again. So I got like a whole freaking bag of wood, and I just been burning it these last 2 cold days. You can see my fire pit is definitely need to be swept out again. But I was just gonna burn one log. I wasn't trying to like just over burn stuff because I was like, what if the fire? What if the power go out and I really need to burn some wood? Because my house is nice and it's nice and warm, but I was just trying to sit by the fireplace. That's funny. Oh my god, that fire looks sad. But anyway, so back to what I was saying. Um, Back to what I was saying. So you basically you gotta like have God's word on your heart, because when the devil try to come and make you feel guilty or sad or regret about the past, you got to be able to fight it with the word. That's why I said it's a double-edged sword, because it really is. It's like really your weapon. It really is. Like once I got the word on my heart, it was too hard for certain things to affect me. And I would just sit back and laugh. Like even if I would like later on go like cry out to God about it, because people do things and say things and they try to hurt you and do stuff, right? And you know it, and when you get the word and you know more things, you can act on it. So me, I'll go ball out and cry out to God like, Lord, this and this and this and that, this and that, pour my heart out. And pour my heart out, and then God would just show me things. He would show me things about my heart at the time. He would show me things about people. He would just show me. But and then I would think about how I used to be, and I'm like, oh my goodness, if that happened to me like 8 years ago, I might have, right? So then it makes me rejoice, because I'm like, oh my goodness, the spiritual maturity is taking place, and I didn't even realize it. I didn't even realize that I'm not supposed to be here. Your name says a lot. Came in here and I don't know what you're doing. We having a good conversation over here. But yeah, so it's just pretty much I'm not too much into a Bible. I've studied too much religion to be stuck on one. definitely have to read the word. Right, that name is crazy. I'm not supposed to be here. Say it. Go ahead. Say it. The only way to end the truth. In the times that we're in right now, we don't have time to be wavering and playing. I seen I seen a comment on one of these videos and it said the devil owns the fence. Don't sit on it. What? So true. You can't straddle the fence if you don't know what you believe in, or you just saying I believe in everything. That's like straddling the fence. I was scrolling around because I'm taking a break. I feel like that too. I'm not supposed to be here either. And I feel like um I'm not supposed to be here. Me too. I would die for it too. I'm not supposed to be here. Um I feel like your heart posture towards everything is hard. So no matter what we say, you're gonna have like a comeback, and it's only because your heart posture. You're not, it's not like you're replying and or listening and really considering what we're saying. It's kind of like you already got the answers. So I just pray that your heart softens towards God, Jesus, people who believe, because we gonna need him. We need him. We need that word. And here in quote scripture, anything to eventually what he's done for my life, how much I feel my life for. Right. But at the end of the day, it's all about love for sure. And is basically you can't have two masters. You just can't. And like I was gonna say, I don't wanna do the back and forth only because I know your heart is hardened towards certain things. And I'm only saying that by what you're saying. Because if your heart was different, you would say different. And I'm not saying, oh, if you were like, yeah, I believe that means your heart is soft. No, it's just you could just tell you have replies and questions loaded up. They're already loaded. And then maybe you're constantly asking yourself this and you're always thinking about it. Or maybe some people in the church showed you something crazy, or your family, somebody, something took place. And maybe you're just this super powerful being that's like supposed to do amazing things in the world, and there's just been an attack on your mind and your position to take you to make you feel like I don't want to believe in none of that. I don't want to read it. I don't want to do none of that because maybe the way you communicate is just very, very good. There's so many people you can help, but your heart is just hardened towards it. So I hope it softens up, and I hope you change your mind, and I hope God reveals to you who he really is, because the power is so strong and it's so real, and you can't deny it for too long. Once you see it, there is no denying it. You will never be the same. I still have a lot of mental struggles going on, but when I see God first again, right, for real, definitely. So we gotta be careful with our heart and hearts, because when we harden our hearts from things that happen to us, we miss God. Period. We miss God. And then you have to ask yourself, like, when did I get like this? How did I get like this? Why am I thinking like this? Where's it stemming from? How was I raised? Who showed me what? Yeah, pray with the Bible, right? Read your word, confess with your mouth, soften your heart, reconsider your thoughts, watch your ways. That's how you do that. Be open to new things and possibilities. Have hope and faith and love. I know this piece of wood isn't wet. That's crazy. It's like it went out again. I might have to sweep up all of that old wood that burnt earlier, like the ashes. It's only a little bit though. I didn't think that that little bit would block this from going on. Because I didn't put, for me, I just realized in a moment where I wanted to end it. But I was so lost and something told me to call up to Jesus. Then in the moment I realized that God had been there the whole time. Yes. Say that the whole time. That's how I feel. God never left me like we leave him. He never leaves us. Read the Bible, one that has been rewritten so many times over the years. Which one is your favorite Bible? Oh, God, no, King James. Read a Bible. See, that's what I'm saying. Like your heart posture it's rocked up. It's concrete. It's gonna take a bulldozer to soften it up, or the Holy Spirit, because it's like you really want answers, but maybe what happened to you, you feel like it's so bad. Like, how could there be a God? Or like, how, right? How could there be a God if all this stuff is going on in the world? How could there be a God? It's kind of like you're coming from there, but it's like people, yeah. So you're saying all of that to say what? Because you're saying all of that, but then it's kind of like, and then it's kind of like you don't believe. So you read all of it just to realize, like, I don't believe this, or like, man rewrote it. Look, we're on a YouTube platform. Man made this. We're on a phone. Man made this. You're in your house. Man made that. You drive your car. Man made that. Men have gifts and talents, and some are used by spiritual beings. Even when they do dark things, they're used by a spirit. So we can't say that. We can't say man rewrote it. It don't matter. Man got their hand in a lot of things that's going on right now. I just feel like people be trying to like undo God because they're so pissed off with life. That's just what it is. And they want to blame somebody, or they want to be so mad that they avoid dealing with themselves. Because that's the hardest thing to do in this world, is to deal with yourself. That's so hard. You hear me? Look at that fire going out, right? So it's like people avoid dealing with themselves. So they just talk about a whole bunch of other things, right? What you say? We are up, woke. We see what is going on. This in here. I only had one little thing in there. That's crazy. I'm gonna throw this paper in there. Let's see if this will get a lick. Because when I used paper yesterday, it kind of seemed like it was gonna work more than anything else. I understand and believe. I really do. Can I tell you something? I'll get offended. Right? We want to know. It's so crazy. It's so wild, y'all. It's so wild. But why do you want us to believe you, but you don't want to believe us? That's not fair. That is not fair. We're not playing a fair game here. We're not playing a fair game here, guys. Come on, stay lit now. Let's get it. But like I said, I'm new to this. I can't sit here and convince you with a lot of knowledge. I just know that through God, I'm no longer suicidal, and I have a lot of testimony to back up God's work in my life. Right, me and you was having a conversation that needed to be had, and I feel like I'm not supposed to be here. Came in, and he or she was supposed to just sit in on the conversation and get what they're supposed to get because they have questions. They still have questions. And because their heart is so hardened, they're like interrupting what I was saying to you because I feel like you're really supposed to get what I was dropping tonight. It was for you. And maybe that's just a sign to you that things and people are going to come in to distract you, but you stay focused on what God is saying to you. Bust it. That's the message right there. Keep your eyes on God, keep your eyes on the message, and do not be distracted because things are going to. No, I believe that, but I believe that the conversation that we were having is what was going to help, not going back and forth because the back and forth is what they do. They're used to it. That's why they have answers already. I think it's for you too, though. I think it's for you too. And it's crazy because I had so many people come in and out, and then you were the one who stayed, and then here they come. And I'm not saying it in a bad way, like, oh, that's the devil, this and that. I'm not that type. I don't do all that or try to argue with them and block them. I don't do all that. I feel like that's wrong. But I do know that it says, for we do not war against flesh and blood, but against spirits and principalities. Right. My belief in him can never be shaken. Same. Same. I'm so locked in, it don't make no sense. But basically what I was saying is like just put the time in because you could see like the spirit of confusion just goes I was hoping for good spirit talks about random stuff. Perhaps you're not ready for that debate, or I don't want to debate because the Bible tells us don't do that. I'm not. That's what I was trying to say earlier. Like I'm not going into the antics and all that. Like it's not happening because it tells me not to do that. And like I was saying earlier about a verse, innocent as a dove, but as shrewd as a snake. Snakes make good judgment. They know what's going on. So like my judgment on this is that your heart is hardened towards the whole the Bible, God, the whole thing in one, right? So your heart is hardened. So God's gonna change it, and the things that I'm saying in this video, it's just gonna be a seed. That's it. I, that's one thing I had to learn. Like I will overdo it with people. You hear me? And you will feel like you're wasting your time, and you'll feel frustrated and angry, and or then you find yourself arguing with people, and right, I don't have that in me anymore because I have been out of line. You know okay, so why is it funny? It's crazy. It's still lit. There's still fire in there, but we don't got no flames, y'all. Okay. Okay. So what's after that? And who was that? Right. Yeah, but Buddha didn't come and die for our sins. Buddha didn't do none of that. He didn't do none of that. He wasn't formed and sent to the people. So there's a role to be played, and Jesus played the role. So we want to undo what God has done. We want to take titles and put them somewhere else. We want to be angry. We want to have heart and hearts towards God. We want to find ways just to be rebellious and be away from Him. But when the day comes and you see what the people of power are really doing, you're going to call on Jesus. You're going to need Him. You're going to need His words on your heart. You're going to need that. So when you call on Buddha, does the Holy Spirit come and give you discernment when you need it? No. Right. People just want to undo it. They want to undo God. And think about it. They always attack Jesus and Christianity. Why? Why? Think about it. Why? I mean, like a lot. You might hear other things here and there, but like it's a lot. They mock Christianity, everything. You don't see people on TV mocking Buddhism. Like spiritual warfare, spirit of confusion. That's what's going on. Yes, definitely. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's Jesus. That's it. They don't tear nobody else up the way they do, and it's like I wonder why. That's what God told me. They tear my name up. They don't speak on them elephants that the people be worshiping, and they ain't up there like yeah. They ain't up there mocking tarot. No, they're not. They're not. Yeah, let us know. What do you believe? Since we're having this conversation. Okay, you can say that, but then you can have something else to say after that. So, what do you think his position was? You could think he's real, because like I could think, you know, certain people are real, but then I could also think, yeah, but they're that's not their position that they were in. So, what else? So, in spirit or in the actual flesh? You think he's been here in the flesh this whole time? Yeah, spiritually in people. That's why he say we're supposed to be like him because he operates through us. That's what I believe. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna have to sit y'all down real quick because I gotta figure out what's going on with this fireplace I'm supposed to be having burning. What? See, we can talk tomorrow. Thank you. I hope we could talk soon. It's been real. Check out my other videos too. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thank you. Right, and God changed your heart. Look at that. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. Um, I don't know about all of that. My cat is so funny. Come here, Moot. Come here. Come here, Woody. Come here. Come over here. You watching the fire? You scared? Okay. I believe he got a lot of his stuff from Holy Spirit, the Father. How does that translate? Man, we be getting caught up in the craziest stuff, y'all. Make sure you check out my other videos. I am hoping to get a sponsorship with Sprite because I came up with a jingle for Sprite. And what you're gonna see, either I'm gonna get a sponsorship or my cat is gonna get one. Here we go. He finally came over here. Hi, Moo. Hi, Moo. Hi, Moody. What you doing, Moody? What you doing? You gonna check out the fire? You scared? You all may think he died for us, but honestly, I think he was actually alive when they buried him in the cave. He felt healed and came out the cave. He rose from the dead. And when they went to go look for him in the grave, he was gone because God the Father did his works. Yeah, I can't believe that. I have enough discernment to know that's not true. Oh my goodness, y'all. It's so crazy. So how's everybody's New Year's going? Can we like jump to a different subject real quick? Cause right, me same. Like I can say that he healed others too, and vice versa. But yeah, I'm like I said. You seem like you sure about what you believe. I'm not changing. I can't change your mind. Only God's gonna be able to. The seeds in this video, you got them. They're here. If you want to rewind it and replay it, or go watch my other videos, and listen, you'll get the seeds. Another man's gonna come and water, and God's gonna bring the increase. I can't do it all. I'm not gonna debate. I'm not gonna go back and forth. I hope you get it. Um, and I hope whatever you believe doesn't hurt you, or push you away from God. That's ultimately what I care about for people. I hope whatever you believe, it doesn't hurt you, and I hope it doesn't make you blind and push you away from God. That's all. In the truth. I know, but I don't want to go back and forth. It just seems like I was on barbecue. Yeah, I didn't. But no, it just seems like I don't know, like maybe you trying to change our minds or something, and then we get tangled up in trying to change your mind, and now we going back and forth trying to change each other's mind. It's like it's different when we on the same accord. You get what I'm saying? It's different when you on the same accord and it's like, okay, cool, yeah, that's what we doing. That's what we believe. Cool. We're rocking it. Well, show me some things that I could do to be better. Okay, cool. This is what I tried out. I'll try it out. But coming in like, no, this is what it was. Well, no, that's what it was. And no, this is what they said. And no, I believe that's what they said. This is not no put like no debate. Like I'm not debating. And I don't want to come off as being mean or pushing you off. I'm just like, it seems like your mind is made up. Like I said, I dropped the seeds in this video. I drop them in all my other videos. Another person will come in water, and God will bring the increase because God said that's what it is. It's three things. One man's one man sows, another man waters. God brings the increase. I can't be all three. I can't be myself, another person, and then God. Not happening. So God's going to change your mind in due time. This I know. In due time. But it's about the heart posture. Like I said, you might get to a point in your life where you're just sick of it. Like, I can't keep living like this no more. And I don't. That's where we differ. You don't what? It's not that it's making me uncomfortable. It's just I find it pointless. Yeah, I find it pointless to like go back and forth because if you think the shirt is pink and I think it's purple, we're going to just keep clashing on trying to get each other to believe what we see, the perception. And I'm not into it. I'm just like okay with it. Like, okay, you want to say it's purple or pink? Cool. I could show you the proof on her what color it is, and you decide to still say no, it's that color. I'm not about to get mad. I'm not about to keep going back and forth. It's just wasted time. Yeah, they are, and that's because they have left the way of God. That's why. But that's what I be saying. Like, people could never say God made them feel the way they feel. It's the people who represent Him. A lot of people got church hurt. A lot of people was hurt by people who say they believe, and it's like now they don't want to believe because people showed them wrong. Yeah, I have a like I said, I listened to Philip Anthony and I listened to this guy named Jonathan Shuttlesworth. He's out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. His church is called Revival Today Church. Look him up on YouTube. He's so raw. Woo wee. He he's gonna have you laughing and checking yourself at the same time and making your faith and hope so big that nothing could shake you. Right. And that's why he said do that. He said test every spirit. True, true. But like I said, it comes down to your heart posture too. Like when you have the word, your heart posture is upright, you can discern who is being fake and who is genuine. Not even the judge judges everybody the same. That's why you have to have discernment. Discernment lets you know who's in front of you, what spirit this is. What is this? Where's this coming from? You're not misled. But some people don't read the word and they just want to hear people preach, 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 talk, talk, talk. And they're going down the wrong path. They don't put the work in on their own. They're not intimate with God. They're not getting the information. So they're led the wrong way. Like that's why it says test every spirit. But it also says pride comes before destruction and haughtiness before a fall. Pride. Come on now, think about it. That's what happens. People get full of it. Because when you're in God, you are going to get blessings. So people can't say, like, oh, well, he got this. He's just using this for that. No, God blesses you. Like if you have a child and your child has good behavior, you're going to reward them. Other kids might look at them in jealousy, but that they don't know what type of work that child is putting in behind closed doors. So sometimes that does happen like that with people who are leading and helping the people go the right way. God blesses us. It happens. It happens. It don't mean I'm worldly because I'm getting blessed. It could, like I said, it could be good behavior. It could be God's grace, God's mercy, right? But some people get a lot of it and then they step away from God. They're full of pride because people are worshiping them and people are putting them in God's place. And then now they're so far gone because they have so much stuff. They start to forget about God. Then they start to misrepresent Him in front of the people. Then they lead the people astray because now they're full of their self. That's why stay humble. Stay humble. Humility. Because when the pride comes in, destruction follows. One, two, three. What you want, boy? Why you jumping up here? What you want? I mean, the whole world is based off of good and bad. I mean, everything. Even you watch movies, TV shows, whatever you are into, books. It don't matter. Everything is good, bad, good, bad. There's no in between. Oh, the in between people. No, there's good and there's bad. You get rewarded. You do bad things. You get bad results. You can't say that about your body. Like if you're doing a whole bunch of eating unhealthy and stuff, and then this happens, you're like, oh, is it like the boogeyman coming to give me a fat stomach because I decided to eat bad? No, that's the cause and the effect. That's what happens. It's the territory. It's what comes with it. And I feel like in your see, that's what I was saying earlier. I was like, you could just be this person that God just can use for so many things or so many people. And it could be for some way that you are. Just rewind the video because I swear I said this. It could be for some way that you are, right? And what you just said just showed me what it is. But then I was saying, yeah, but the enemy knows that. And he's going to use that to twist it up on you so you can be pulled away from God, right? So what I'm saying is, it's like you question everything. The way that you are, your whole being, you're intuitive. You want to learn. You want to know, right? So when God does change your heart and soften your heart and shift your mind, how you dig into stuff, He's going to use that to drop so much on you. You hear me? I hope you don't ever forget me saying this. He's going to use that to drop so much on you. Kind of like how Pastor Philip is. It's crazy. And you're going to be leading people the right way and helping them out. But right now, I feel like it's like a spiritual attack on you because yeah, it's like a bank heist. What? You got all the possession? I'm coming to rob you. Let me get that. Let me get that up off of you. I'm not letting you keep this because if you keep this, you're gonna help so many people out. So let me keep you questioning everything and allowing whatever it is that like want to undo God in Jesus and His words. You're look, you made it to my live. You stayed, right? Like I said, a lot of people came and left. I know who I am in Christ. God be using my mouthpiece. I swear to goodness. I wasn't even gonna get on here tonight. I ain't been on here like doing lives. But it's like for y'all too, I'm here. And whatever God's about to do for y'all, you hear me? It's about to be crazy because it goes back to what I was saying in the beginning of the video. Something's taking place in the world and it's spiritual. And a lot of us gotta get in an alignment with God because we're really workers for Him, for the kingdom. So remember me saying this: get intimate with God, open your heart up, soften your heart. Don't live in guilt. Don't live in shame.